Hi. I fixed it 2 seconds ago, okay? Because you can hear me now, right? What was I gonna do? I was in the middle of thinking I was gonna do something. Oh, I remember. Ignore me for 2 seconds. Sorry, okay, there you go. I'm just turning off this thing. Loud and clear, Captain. Uh-huh. Don't know why you couldn't hear me otherwise, because I've got 2 microphones that are both displaying audio right now. Hey, Shavil. How you doing? Thank you as all. Oh, Morty! Are you thirsty, buddy? Hi, Morty. I don't know why it's night vision right now, but Morty taking a drinky. Okay, focus. Focus. But how are y'all doing today? Also, tell me if the game's too loud. Or not loud enough, I guess. You are supposed to be able to hear it. What am I doing? Almost starving to death. I see. Okay. Understood. Where am I? Here's my ship. Okay. I'm gonna take these things. I'm gonna sell them. We're gonna go to sleep at a tavern. And then we'll get our act together. Did I only have 2 things of medicine? I don't know. If I had another one, I will find it tomorrow. Hey, buddy. Where medicine? I missed it. Medicine? Medicine. Found it. Yes. I would love to sell these. Thank you. Alright, we have $1,100 that we may spend freely. Dragon Sage! Nice to see ya! How you doing? Boop. Thank you for the boop. Is Morty still drinking? Which Lars did you get? Gold Lars! Alright! Starting off strong. Congratulations. Woo! Oh shoot! Dragon Sage, I swear to God. What? Congratulations. Shavil, you have to just understand. You have to let Dragon Sage go first. You just have to let Dragon Sage go first. Hold on, hold on. I can't believe this, but... how do I do this? Here we go. There's another crown. This is highly suspicious. Well, Shavil, you just need to let Dragon Sage go first and claim the bad one. And then you get to have the rainbow Lars. Hey Ouija, nice to see you. How you doing? Dragon Sage, I am going to run out of space for crowns up there. Okay. So now even the gold Lars are the bad ones. Should I try the exclamation point Lars command? If you would like, of course. We have had Dragon Sage win 4 times now, compared to everybody else's 0. So, alas, a standard Lars. Okay, heck yeah! $4 for my crate there. We gotta sell things. There's more water in my boat. Don't worry about it. We just have a little hole. And I don't know that I could fix it without bashing my ship up more, so we're gonna sell things. We're gonna dump all of our garbage onto this poor bread seller. Bog standard Lars, sadly. Okay, hear me out here real quick. Don't let me forget that this is where everything is, because I'm throwing all of my possessions onto the floor. Okay, that's too big to put in my inventory. That's fine. Because I don't want to run back to my ship every single time that I want to sell one of these. Was Morty still drinking? Good job, Morty. Okay. Got this water for sale. Got this bottle that she's giving me literally $0 for. That's fine, though. Because I just want it off my ship, mostly. Oh, I could sell the burned fish! Good idea. I mean, technically I can still eat the burned fish, but I can also catch more fish and not burn them. And that would be better. What else do I got going on here? Big crate. Cool. So today is going to be, I don't want to say mostly about inventory management because it won't be. But we do have some choices to make. Regarding, how much are you going to buy this fish from me? For 1! I will eat this in front of your face. I ain't selling you my fish that I arduously caught myself for $1. Alright, fish. You get to live on the floor with everybody else. Okay. So yeah, we gotta clean up our ship here. With the goal being, we're gonna make it as light as possible. Of course, we don't want weight that we don't need. Because we want to have... Whoops. Lady, have I sold you out here? Excuse me. Excuse me. Nobody wants my crate. It needs to be as light as possible because we need to make as much money as possible. Which means loading it up as much as possible, right? Because then we're going to buy a bunch of stuff. I don't know how much oakum weighs, but we're going to need some of that in order to repair our ship as we travel. And then we have to decide if we're going to Mirage Mountain. So, Mirage Mountain, I'll show you when we get back to the ship here, is on the way, presuming that we all want to go to Astron, which it seemed like the consensus basically was. So, we are down here in Gold Rock City, right? And we want to go all the way up to Astron, way up here. Very, very far. Extremely far. On the way, here, this little dot above Oasis is Mirage Mountain. It's new. I've never been there. I don't know what it's like going there. I don't know what the wind is like. I don't know if, you know, as soon as we get close, it's going to turn into a nightmare and it's going to take us 2 weeks to get there. You know. I don't even know what kind of materials are there. It's possible that we get there and there's very little food and no barrels of water. So we could be stopping there for no reason, basically, you know? Which takes time and wear on our ship. And... Buddy. Okay. Yes, please, let me sell my... Let me sell my crate, please. Nobody wants my crate. Fine, I'll just leave it here. Congratulations, you've earned yourself a crate. I don't need fresh food right now. But let's see what else these people are selling. They're selling a bunch of fish. Like tables and stuff. Sure. I don't need stoves. I do need firewood. Let me grab a little bit of firewood. So, we have to decide basically. Do you want to go to Mirage Mountain, you know? Should be. Oh, how dare you. Alright, so I'm gonna organize this better a little later. Look at all of my... It's not even floor carrots now, it's floor salmon as well. So, I mean, we got that going for us. This crate has nothing in it. And possibly I was gonna save it for shopping, so we're gonna put it out there. All of this needs to be reorganized. My carrots need to be unfloored. There's so much to do. Or we could go to the new fancy place. What do you have here? Grain. Extremely heavy. We'll see how much Astron wants it, but... I don't want to spend too much on firewood. We don't actually have that much money. We only have like $1,000. So stocking up. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now firewood. And I know that seems like a lot. It's not really. But I think that's going to be about all we're going to get. So, next thing that we're sure that we need, I should just hire this guy. I don't have to keep running back to the ship. Excuse me, sir. Would you like some money? We need water. Massive priority. A bunch of water. Eh. This guy ain't even gonna help me carry this back to the ship. How dare he, first of all. Fine. Alright, we're gonna yuck this onto the ship. Hey, Sokasa. Nice to see ya. How you doing? And I suppose while I'm here, ignore the fact that there's water in my boat. It'll be fine. Maybe. This barrel of water is empty. This one is almost empty. So I think that entire rack down there needs to be water. We had 4 to 5 waters on the way to from Dragon Cliffs to here, and we are running low, you know? So I can't believe that this guy is not gonna help me carry water. Why did I hire you? I hired you for the heavy stuff, bro. Got this whole cart here. Dude. No, you're just not gonna do it. Just shirking your job here. Thanks for the lizard treats. Mort has just departed somewhere. I think behind... Oh, he's up on his basking spot where you can't see him. He just came out to take a drink of water. I'll see if I can't get somebody to eat a treat later. Post it in the Discord. So the question also, chat, is do we try to go back to the shipyard to repair damage to the ship, knowing that going out of the shipyard is going to damage our ship a little bit? You know? Because I don't know how much we're damaged right now. That is a conundrum. There is no shipyard elsewhere. Gold Rock City is the only shipyard in all Ankh. There is one in Aestrin. So... I mean... And that one is much, much more spacious. So it shouldn't cause damage. Their ship rates are better. They don't fling your ship against walls. Alright, that's just... We're gonna call that good for now. I can organize my ship later in the day after the merchants go to bed. For now, I would like to take advantage of the market while it's open. While everybody is here. What do you have? Pipes, tobacco. Don't need it. That's a luxury that I do not currently have the bandwidth for. What do you got here? Tables, beds. I think I'm good on that kind of stuff. Is it a possibility that it was damaging your boat because you hadn't leashed it? Before talking to the shipman. I think it's just genuinely like an error, but I mean we could certainly try it. Goat cheese, bunch of cheese actually. Still goat cheese. Did these belong to anybody? Lanterns, we do need lamp oil. What is this? Oh, this is a fancy knife. This is so much cooler than mine. God, that lamp oil is expensive. That's kind of spooky. Okay, hold on. We need a mug. We're just gonna go ahead and grab this mug. I've learned my lesson. I'm kind of tempted to buy another bucket in case we lose ours. Alright, I will grab this lantern oil. Just one. Fishing hooks, also super, super important. Probably can't put these in here. I don't have that many fishing hooks. And fishing hooks are what keep us from starving should we run out of food. Although, to be fair, we have a lot of food, so... Let's see. Is this an empty crate? Oops. No, this has fish hooks in it. This has fish hooks. And this has fish hooks. Okay. We got a couple crates of fish hooks. Trying it may absolutely screw you. I mean, if I don't have the money to fix it. If I do, then we can just sail straight out of there and be happy, you know? Do we not have barrels of oakum? There it is. Can I put this in here? I can, look at that. I do not know how far oakum goes on a brig, but we'll find out. Oakum it's a real material that you use to patch holes in ships. We are bringing some with us. Somebody around here also sells like a navigational chart, which is a new thing. Firewood. Yeah, I have salt, that's fine. You're this guy. I remember you. Alright. I am buying out your stock of oakum, my dude. Now, who had the navigational kits? Somebody. I could have sworn. Fish. All fishmen everywhere you look. You're the tobacco guy. That makes it sound like you're eating the fish hooks. This is the standard size bottle of water. I mean, if we're going... I guess if we're going to Mirage Mountain, we might as well stop at Oasis to get the bigger water bottle, you know? Somebody somewhere has navigation stuff, don't they? Yeah, you. I knew you were around. Alright. This chrono compass is way cooler than mine, but it's also $2,000. $2,600 in fact, which I don't possess. Yeah, charting kit. 132. Alright, you know what? I'm taking this. I don't know what it is. It's new. I am hoping that it is like a thing that lets me mark my, well, you know, a thing that lets me chart my course. We're gonna set it right here. Okay. So let's make... I think this uses candles. Hold on. In addition to lamp oil, I have some lamps that use candles. Oh, I should grab those as well. So maybe we should just stop at Oasis and Mirage Mountain. We sell candles. Lantern candles. God, those are expensive. Like $200 and I only started with 1,000. Oh hey, I do have another thing of medicine. Yay, that's a little bit more money. Oh no, this is just my crate. I've lied to myself. I got my hopes up for nothing. So what's how I never managed to accumulate enough wealth? Because I go on shopping sprees? Okay, the ship's kind of a mess at the moment. That's okay. We'll fix it. Oh, what is all this stuff, by the way? That is a single piece of pork. That tobacco is for sale. And can get me a decent amount of money. Although it's only 3. I don't know what it is, but it's new and I want it. Ah, fine. $4 for that tobacco. Well, wouldn't it be nice to actually be able to chart our course over time? You said we didn't have money. Well, we have some money. Got a little bit of money for things I want. Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do. Once I'm done selling this stuff... That guy bought that empty box for the same amount he bought tobacco. How dare you. I'm gonna sleep in my ship to make a save. And then we will go to the shipyard. Which I hate that it's behind me. Because that's gonna be a whole thing. But we're gonna go to the shipyard. We're gonna see how damaged we are. And... Is this full of salt water? It's not, thankfully. We'll see how damaged we are and how much it costs to fix. I have $400. But yeah, this'll make a save. Which means that, you know, if the ship gets ruined going into the shipyard, we can just reload. Now, of course, it is dark, and this sucks. Let me plan out my trajectory here. Why do we have to be facing the wrong way? What direction is the wind even blowing in? Oh. Oh, that's not so bad. We're directly facing into the wind. So, actually, we can just, back this ship up. That is a thing. I cannot see where I'm docked. Here it is. Problem is, we're quite close here to the dock. Alright. So here's how this works. We are literally just going to start backing up. And you can do this in real life as well. You can back ships up like this. But just like going in a car, the steering is inverted when you're backing up. Let me make sure that this is working correctly. Look at us go. We're not turning hard enough. Alright, I'm like so focused right now. Okay, we're gonna doink a little bit here. Right about now. Oh, have we skimmed past? Nope. Just give it a little tiny push. And then I'm gonna start going into a wall. Or like a mountain. Oh, but look at us. We're doing good, see? Let's give this charting kid a whirl to the shipyard. Oh, it's almost like I know how to drive a boat. I'm such a cool guy. Now the other thing is we're gonna want to like readjust all of our supplies because this ship is sitting very low in the water, and it's not just because it has a hole in it, okay? Alright, we're losing some of the benefit of the wind, which is why we're not going back quite as fast as we were before. Because we're not dead on in the wind anymore. Cool. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Great. Fantastic. And now we can take this sail and drag ourselves the way that we want to go. And I swear to God, if this shipyard man destroys my entire day, I am gonna be a little cross. We're turning. Give it some time. Yeah, we're sitting a little bit low in the water, which is a problem because we still need to fit a bunch of cargo that's actually going to earn us money, you know? Okay, great. Great, great. We've got momentum now. We can chill. Let me just not run into a wall real quick. Everything kosher? You'll love to see it. Beautiful. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna fully dock in this place. We'll see if that makes him less angry. Eh? When has this game ever actually been chill? Are you working at nights, Mr. Ship Guy, where do you live? I can't see anything. I think maybe Shipyard Man is not working at nighttime. Isn't he usually right here? It's so dark. Okay, fine. I am fairly thirsty. We can sleep a little bit. I don't know how close we are to the end of the night, you know? Yeah, many things have happened to this poor ship. That is for sure. Hey, it's daytime. Cool, cool. Shipyard guy, please come to work. Oh, I do believe he's here. Sleeping in the bilge water! Yeah, it's got some holes in it. Hi, buddy. 21% damage on my ship currently. How much does it cost? 1,000 in order to fix. Okay. Is my ship just florfing around? Alright, 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 alright. So he bashed up my ship a little bit. Mostly what I have to do right now is get it to stop moving, because for some reason he yucks it out here. So, we're just gonna just chill, okay? Great. That should mostly stop us from moving. I threw down the anchor. Launched into the air was a fun one. So I think what we do here is we get enough money. I still have some savings. We get enough money to repair our ship fully. You can see my anchor line is down there in the front. We make sure that we have all the supplies that we want. And that we're like fully rested and not hungry and all that. And then we repair the ship and we just leave. You know? Because then that'll give us like the minimum amount of damage taken to this ship. Which means we also load up all our cargo and everything before we repair the ship. It should be like the very last thing we do, right? Oh yeah, sure, I can check if it's more like bashed up. I assumed that the 21% was already like the little amount that he caused by ripping it out of the water. But then he's just gonna fling it again. It's just gonna be this never-ending cycle. I can afford to fix it, given that 21% was $1,000. So let's bail out our ship here. Whenever I find my bucket, it's down here somewhere. And let me just eat this. And we'll get things nice and organized, right? Like this barrel of water, I actually don't super want to have with me because it's basically empty, which means it's taking up space. All right. I've got a cup. When I ask you later where my cup is, okay? I want you to tell me that it's on my bedroom table or shelf. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I'll take out more than the 1,000, Cheville. Oh, here's my bucket. I'm just gonna bail a little bit here. Whoopsie. Just make the ship like a little bit lighter. We're gonna be doing a lot of bailing. I'm gonna have to take some people off carrot duty in order to have them be on cup duty. Okay, let's start with this room, shall we? Here's some firewood. Get out of the way. Here's some more firewood. Get out of the way. Alright. We've got our nice little cooker back here with a bunch of firewood next to it. This side of the ship is going to be a little imbalanced if I don't balance the rest of it with... How do I want to do this? Beautiful. If I don't balance the rest of it with, like, food supplies. Okay, yeah. We're pretty good on firewood. I've got my pot here, which does not currently have anything in it. Good. Otherwise, I would need to drain it. We got salt. 69%. Nice. I might as well just use this lantern oil instead of just hauling it around. So this is a lantern that needs oil. I have another one downstairs, I think. Do you use candles or oil? Candles. Alright, fine. So I have one oil lantern and 2 candle lanterns. Sure. Was gonna put the oil over there, just realized you probably shouldn't store lantern oil next to your stove. Noted. That's gonna be on my bedside table as well. As soon as I can get it to go there. Cool. Can you make salt from seawater? I think that he wants to do that. I think he wants that to be a thing. Because then you turn salt water into fresh water while simultaneously getting salt, right? But I don't think that's a thing yet. Where did I put my candles? Candles? Candles. Okay. I've never actually refilled the candles in these before, but there you go. 1 candle here, and 1 candle downstairs. We're gonna be so ready for this voyage. Great. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna throw it down in the water. Don't mind me. Cool. Because I have some more down here. Just not very many. Okay. This thing of oranges is invaluable and mostly empty. Next order of business, food. This is 12 porks. That's lovely. I picked that up from a dead body in the middle of the ocean. We're gonna use that to counterbalance this side of the ship. These are fishing hooks. Get out of the way. I've got Javil. Look at what is happening over here. Okay? I don't know who was on bread and cucumber duty, but there's still a carrot slice on the floor. Alright? Regardless of what these other people were up to, there's a carrot slice still on the floor. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with you. I reported that it fell. Okay, fair. Maybe I wasn't listening. Fishing hooks. Yeah, these are all fishing hooks. Fine. Pork. Right here. Just a little closer to the wall, please. Thank you. That's food. That's lovely. What's this? 12 things of goat cheese. Everybody loves cheese. Those go here also. Yeah. Great. Perfect. I don't think I can fit more. Kinda want to fit more, though. We'll make another row. Now, there's a risk in doing this, which is I'm bringing weight from the bottom of my ship up toward the top of my ship. Sure, I can take 6 eel. And that means when it rocks back and forth, it's going to rock a little more aggressively, right? but it's also going to be a little bit more even side to side instead of like way in the back. So redundant because cheese is already the goat. Alright, I'm gonna stack some fishing hooks on top of this. Can you not sit like that? Okay, cool. I guess that's just how you're gonna be, huh? There's something happening with my ship here. Alright, fine. We can make it a second little stack here. What is this horrible noise that's occurring? Okay. I'm a little concerned. Oh, it's Mort's camera. Hold on a second. Morty, why are you eating stuff off the floor, dude? Yeah, you got stuff in your mouth, my guy. Hold on, I need to mute his camera, which I thought that I already did. Yeah, the camera's being super dramatic right now. Okay. Jeez. He had, like, mulch in his mouth. I don't know why he chose to go after this, like, super old piece of food. Hi, Morty. Okay. Okay. You good, Mort? Can you stop eating things off the floor? Morty, stop eating detritus. I mean, it's just pieces of turkey is all he's eating. It's just I don't super want him to be eating those. I didn't realize that there were such big pieces still in there. Because then they've got like chunks of stuff on them. But okay. But why is it still making noise? Shush! There. Now his camera should be muted. Okay, well. That was something. Little distraction there. Alright. This room's alright, right? Now this oakum. Where do we want to store the oakum? I think for now, maybe let's put these barrels of water down where they belong. That's a full one. That's great. Like, I really want to pack these in, you know? This one is almost empty. So this lives up here. This is not earning its keep right now. Because we are going to need, like, all of this, I'm pretty sure. I am actually kind of genuinely concerned about the amount of water that we are going to have on this voyage. And I kind of want to do, like, a second row in front of this. So Mort's camera comes with a microphone, and I muted it, but every time that I transition back to this scene, it, like, refreshes the feed, so I have to mute it again. Okay. Water. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full things of water. I don't feel great about that. I'm gonna go buy some more. Like, I would like to have 8, I think. Aren't you happy that this is just the shopping episode? Hey, I'm finding it interesting. Hey, well, that's something. Look how far my ship got away. And I got another crown. Just imagine being like actual royalty and every time people come see you, you've just like got another piece of regalia. Every time people are like, oh, okay, so you've got this now? Okay. Yes, I actually really love having a nice organized ship. A tight ship, as they would say, but it's just kind of gotten progressively more out of control ever since the partial sinking. Did you just drink from that barrel? I did. It doesn't hurt anything. It's just that one side has like a cork on it, and if you point that towards you, you drink from it. I took a little secret sippy. Morty. He's not even answering. He's too busy staring straight into the camera, I guess. Okay. We've got water. Just slammed an entire barrel of water in my head. It's fine. It's fine. This one goes somewhere. Maybe the oranges have to move. Fine, we'll move the oranges. Okay. We have 8 barrels of water, each that have 50 sips, except for this one, which has 59. Did I say 50? I meant 60. I don't know what I said. Oranges are really, really super important, and also extremely heavy. I'm gonna set that there for now. This... Honestly, I might just put this, like, right here. And then when we run out of the water that's inside, I'm just gonna, like, throw it overboard. This. This is my singular pork. I do want it. Whoopsie. Alright, now I can start also... Oh yeah, the oakum. That's what we were doing. Where are we putting the oakum? I don't know how heavy this oakum is. If it's anything like real life, it should be heavy. You know, we can fit the oakum underneath here. So let's just... Well, that side has oranges. Well, but this side has candles. Hold on. There we go. And then I have a thing of oakum. Well, now that's not very aesthetically pleasing, is it? There. Good enough. Now we got a bunch of oakum underneath there. Why not just hold on to it? Because it's a huge barrel that's just in the way at that point. Yeah, I mean, I am pretty not thirsty. That's the only reason I'm not drinking from it. Okay. My knife goes back in my inventory. My compass goes back in my inventory. My spyglass. You guessed it, back in the inventory. A fish. The fish can go back onto the rack for now, because I can eat it, and burning it seems to have preserved it against any kind of catastrophe or misfortune. I could have sworn that there was... Oh no, I sold a fish, ate a fish, and now I have a fish. Okay. Okay, where's my fishing pole? There it is. Okay. Bucket. Ooh, you know what? Is the market still open? Hold on. It's getting to be late. But I bet... Well, actually, okay, I've been kind of a fool, actually. And no, everybody's gone, so I can test this anyway. I want to see if I can hang a bucket from one of the things I can hang a lantern from. That's exactly right, Shade. Teach a man to burn a fish, and you've taught him the most invaluable thing he could ever learn. Where's my... It's getting dark again. This. Temporarily, please. Sit on the floor. This? Okay, I cannot. I was hoping that I could just use the handle to hang that barrel, and then I would never lose track of it. So, we need to choose a place for the barrel. I'll use a little bit of candlelight here. Oh, I kind of want to buy a table to put, like, over here, but then I can't look at my maps. This is a stove and, like, my chopping table. How about on the carrot shelf? Maybe we could put it on the top of the carrot shelf. Eh. Success! It's a little bit wibbly-wobbly for the carrot shelf. But, you know what? We could also maybe just, like... Well, I was gonna say we could put it out here, but then it's just gonna roll off into the water, and we're gonna have a bad time. So... Bucky should go where water is coming in. Maybe I'll place it just on this table here. I might take this scroll thingy. I know, it's impossible to see. And put it... Like, I don't need this. But in the same... Cool. In the same manner that, I don't use potions in RPGs, I don't like to throw things away. That's like the primer that you get at the very beginning of the game that teaches you, like, how to use a compass. I don't need it, but it felt thematic on this table. I do need these things. These are both really important. Now, this... I want to know what this is. This charting kit. I want to drop it also, please. Also, I'm getting a little hungry. Perhaps I need... Alright, charting kit, can you just sit there for a minute? I'm gonna go eat my fish. No, I'm gonna go eat my pork so that I can get rid of this box. Great. Oh, that's so good. Because we could keep going to the inn, but that's gonna cost me money. Now, the thing is... I feel like I need a table in order to use this charting kit. We're getting a little a little moist down here. Anyone here a fan of Survivor? My mom and I used to watch that, like, religiously. Okay. Got yeah, sure. This is a table, right? Let me just get on the floor for a minute. I want to see if I can figure out how to use this thing. Well, that seems to be incompatible. That's fine. I'm gonna take a nappy soon. Do you need paper too? I don't know if there is such thing as... Like, I might need to put a map down there also. I might also need to bail out my ship. I'm not sleeping super well, and I have to wonder if it's because my ship is sinking. Don't worry about it. Alright, I'm gonna try to put a map on a table and do that. Alright, sure. Just now daytime. Wonderful. Great. But then I have to take a map off the wall. Fine. Map. On table. Oh god. Alright. Map. Table. This. Hey, use charting kit. Look at that. Oh boy, we've got... Oh, we can draw straight lines and stuff. Oh, this is great. And I don't want to mark up my map. Oh yeah, you can just... Ooh. Lovely. Okay, this works then. Great, we'll leave it here. I don't want to make marks, oopsie, on my map. Because I don't want to have to buy a new one. Yet. Alright. We've got some oranges. We've got some pork, cheese, pickled things. I'm taking this because it's empty now. As long as the charting kit works, I can figure out how to use it once we're underway and I actually want to take a reading. Hello, sir. Great. Why am I here? What was I going to do? Vegetables. Right. Does anybody here believe in vegetables? I would like to slice some more of them for my scurvy-ridden self. I do not believe that this culture believes in putting vegetables into your body. I don't see any vegetables. There's cheese, though. Okay, in absence of vegetables. Let's go see how much oranges cost. They are usually very expensive, which makes me sad. Oranges. What we got here? $500. And I have 300. Okay. Do you think we have enough food? So what we could do is... see if I bought oranges now. I could make a little bit on them by selling them at Mount Malefic when we come up through Aestrin, because that's going to be the first place that we see. Big volcano-looking mountain. But I would also have them if I needed to eat them. So it's a little bit of like insurance. Because they're so valuable. You know? It only costs 192 to buy coconuts. That's something. Because realistically, like, how much food do we need, you know? I mean, it's a lot, probably, actually. I'm having like 5 thoughts at the same time. Okay, first of all, currency. I have some Aestrin money. That's nice. I'm not going to use these dragons, so let's convert these. Whoa. Into whatever I can get. Right? Like, let's just buy out of... Okay, well, I'm not getting any more. I give you those $4, so... Cool. Give me $15 in the currency exchange for the Dragon Cliffs currency that I'm not going to use. So now, I've got $100. Good, basically anywhere. How many of these am I going to have to give up in order to fix my ship? A lot, probably. Because it was like $1,000 last time. And presumably it's taking a little bit more damage. Let me think. Plus, if we're gonna buy things at Mirage Mountain or Oasis if we pass, we're gonna need money. And there is not currency exchange. Well, so it doesn't hurt us, I guess, to change our gold into lions, the local currency, because we can just change it back. So in that case, why would I not just do, like, a ton of money, right? To make sure that I have enough. Because I might want, like, one more... If we had another thing of oranges, I would feel pretty good about this. And I would also probably buy just, like, a couple loaves of bread and slice them. So we'd have a little bit of backup food. I would leave from the tavern being fully rested. And I think that would be that. Okay. Okay. I'm taking that as my money. I am getting thirsty. Let me contemplate what I just said. Oh, I was going to buy oranges. We determined this. They're expensive. I am buying one of them. Give me oranges. There are 24 oranges in this. That's like literally almost 24 meals. They're really good. Now, I think the plan is gonna be take these oranges. Yes, they're really heavy, but I'm still gonna try to put them right here. Great. That's kind of disorderly. Disorderly conduct in my ship. Good. I don't have the luxury of buying, like, nice tables and stuff right now to put the rest of this stuff on. Give me my broom. Gonna lean it against the wall. Perfect. And I have 2,400 to do stuff with. Alright, we're gonna repair the ship. We need to take... I swear to God, if I'm forgetting something and we leave. Yeah, 20 lions a meal, which it costs 17 to stay at the inn. Although it does change over time. There is economy in this game. So, like, the more you trade certain things to other places, and the more that you influence the local economy, the tavern will change a little bit in price. It was 17 last time we stayed there. Let me in, let me in. It's still 17. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do... We're gonna get ready to get going, okay? We're resting. We're resting until the next day, so... Great. Sunrise. We are full on health. And by health, I mean, like, sleep and food and water. I'm going in here to all of the people. Beeline right over here. Buying a loaf of bread. It costs $2. Next order of business. We have to decide what quests we're taking. I see no reason, if we're going to stop at Oasis and or Mount Malefic, that we can't just take quests there. That's going to be, like, automatic. My bread goes on the floor for a second. But we also need to think about what we're taking to Aestrin. And we need to be careful of things like weight. Gold is going to be obviously something that we want to take to Aestrin because they don't have gold. They're a gold sparse economy. And this is obviously a very gold rich one, but gold is really, really heavy. So let's see what we've got. Nope, not trading. Don't want to trade right now. Missions. So if we Gold to Fort Aestrin is going to earn us 8,000 crowns. We should probably just take that. 12 days? I don't think I can make it to Aestrin in 12 days. So, chat, this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? We can take this mission and try to get to Aestrin in 12 days, but then we can't stop at Oasis. That's going to cost too much time, you know? Let me see what else we've got here. What else do you guys want to Aestrin? Coconuts? That's only 13.95 Aestrin crowns. 1,200. If we take mail to Oasis, that's going to get us 63 lions. The equivalent of 3 oranges. Oh no. Let me take a quick look at trade here. Like, if I had $16,000, you know, obviously I could trade this in Aestrin for like a lot of profit and no time limit, but I don't have that. Aestrin doesn't really care about gems, it would seem. And that leaves us with basically no money. Perhaps we... I'm gonna pause so we're not using stuff. We could take the quest to Aestrin. I don't see how we could get there in 12 days. That seems ridiculous. Unless the trade winds are like super, super delicious, right? And then we're just like running the whole time, like straight behind us. Because that's what the brig is good at. That's what a square-rigged ship is good at. I don't see how we could possibly make it in 12 days. And it's not like I don't get paid if we don't get there in 12 days. I just get paid less. Progressively less. But I just really don't have money, you know? I don't have money to invest in, like, actual trade goods. So if we took this, that'd be $8,000. $950, say. 1080? Or 10.8, I meant, you know. Anything else to Fort Aestrin? So we could end up at probably like 13,000 crowns in Aestrin. Which certainly isn't bad. But I think that means that we just have to go straight to Aestrin. You know? I guess I didn't check the deadline, whoopsie, for these other things. Are they more generous? Nope. World, please. World, please. Yeah, that's 40 days. You see? 40 days. They're paying so much for this gold to Aestrin because they want it there in 12 days. Which is ridiculous. But if I'm going to Oasis, I don't really want to come back to Gold Rock Cliffs. I'm so in my brain right now. Thank you for just listening to me talk. I think the ship's ready. Barring it costing $1 billion more than I expected. In which case we can just abandon whatever quests we take. I'm gonna say, unless chat has strong feelings in a different direction, I'm gonna take... Why do we want to go Oasis? Because it's on the way. Hey Viv, nice to see ya. How you doing? I was thinking about going to Oasis because it's on the way. And Mirage Mountain, which is right next to it, we've never been to because it's new. On the Oasis, yeah. So I think maybe what I want to do is take this gold on the 12-day timer, which is like really, really tight, and we'll book it for Aestrin. We'll take a look at Mirage Mountain, ideally as we pass. We might swing close to it, and if it looks like we can stop pretty easily, then we might just go check it out real quick. Otherwise, we'll just book it right to Aestrin, I think is what I'm gonna say, because this is a lot of money. Which now means, whoopsie, obviously I am taking everything that I am allowed to carry to Aestrin. Do I have time for... No, I don't have enough reputation for salmon. Okay. This is everything that I need to take to Aestrin. Buddy, can I hire you? Yes, I know. It costs me money to hire this guy, but not that much. Because now we're on a time limit. Oh, my ship is, getting some water in it. Alright, now you're gonna hate me for this, okay? But I am going to just put this stuff up here. I don't know if you saw how heavy these coconuts are, and how heavy I am by how much the ship just flung around with me standing on it. I do need to, like, spread these out a little bit. But I don't know if you can see, like, the ship is rocking a ton because we're suddenly much heavier with all this stuff. Alright, cool. That's all of our delivery stuff that we need to do. So now all that's left is to hope that I have enough money to fix my ship. And if I don't, I'll just go and get more, I guess. I have $2,400. 28% damage. We can fix that, right? Oh yeah, we've got the money for that. Okay. Cool. Okay, ship is fixed insofar as it can be fixed, given that he just flung it back into the water. I would like to not hit this cliff, please. Great. I am gonna possibly doink the cliff a little bit, and I'm gonna give myself permission to move that, since he's not supposed to fling me into a cliff. Alright. Where's... anchor. Haul up this anchor. We're gonna get going. Why does it look stormy? Of course it does. Wind direction. Gross. But we're gonna be able to move. It'll be fine. Alright, this is already under tension. Great. We'll be out of here before you know it. Question is, I think probably what I want to do is go out this way. I could also leave in this direction, which would be nicer, but that requires us to tack. And I don't know that I want to do that. So, whoops, that's a square. And I am turning myself upwind. Boy, this is going great. Great so far. You know what? I do want to go this way. We're just gonna tack at like 0 miles an hour. Why is this the top? Stop. I can't find my spanker. How many buckets we rockin'? We have a bucket. Well, he better have gotten rid of the water down there for us. He was the one who caused it. Banker. Okay, great. Alright, we are instantly going to run out of wind. Yeah, don't at me about pushing. I'm still just recovering from the shipwright. Alright. Great. Attack complete. We're on our way. We can now leave. Things will be good. Great. And we are schmovin'. Look how fast we're going. Look at how much we're healing also already. Oh. Beautiful. Got some nice angles. Look at how nice that spanker is. Once we get to the point where I don't need to worry about these sandbars anymore, we'll reorganize the ship and not have it be a mess anymore. There is, of course, a storm coming. Because why wouldn't there be? But it is possible, if we're going, like, downwind, that we could actually outrun it in a brig. Farewell, Gold Rock City. This is not going to be like a super lucrative pass, because I don't have a ton of money with which to buy, like, trade goods. But that's cool. Alright, Spanker's fine, probably. I kind of want to ease it up a little bit because we don't need to be healing that much. I am like hyper focused on what I'm doing right now. Jesus Christ, what was that? What's the banging about, folks? Okay. Yeah, it really is like just the spanker that's causing us to heal like that. It's fine. It just makes me a little nervous because we're so heavy. I mean, we're not like super heavy, but... Alright, we are currently heading west. And Astron, let me go down here. Woo! Is north. So we're going around the outside. Well, it's northeast. We're going around the outside of Gold Rock City. In order to get there. And so yeah, if we happen to pass Oasis or Mirage Mountain, we might take a quick look, but alright, this wind is now... I would rather do this. This wind is now in a location where we can take advantage of it with squares. I'm gonna do the one on the back of the ship first, because I don't want to drag the nose of the ship down into the water with the force of the wind from a storm. Thank you, Cheviel. Appreciate you. That being said, I need to chill a little bit on the spanker. What direction is the wind coming from? Straight to the side. Ah, we're leaving. I can't help but feel that I have forgotten something. Something important somewhere. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. What has happened here? Is the world glitching out real quick? Hold on. Drop the sails. Because there was a brief moment over there where the, I see what's happening here. Yep, okay. We're moving. We're moving. It was, uh-oh, my ship is going so fast. Come back, ship! There we go. We weren't moving for a second. It got a little confused. Oh god, there's a sandbar. Okay. Throw self overboard? Yeah. Just for a moment. Just, you know, checking some things. I was checking to make sure we weren't scraping on the seafloor, and we weren't. Because with waves being like this, it could easily, like, put us on a sandbar, drop us there, and then we have to wait for it to lift us back off, you know? Where wind? We could probably pop this down again. A little bit. Not too hard. It's made of water. Well, there's hard water at the bottom, you see? These waves do be kinda gross. Where's the storm these days? Over there? It basically didn't bother us, that's fine. I got nothing. I'm not turning the wheel here. This is the rudder fixing itself. Now we should essentially be downwind, which is what we have always wanted. Could you stop? Please don't. Whatever you're doing back here, please don't. Oh, the storm's creeping out the other side over there. Oh, there's a rainbow! Aha! How lovely. I know we're still not going northeast. Just give me a bit here. We gotta get around this rock. We don't want to skirt it too close. It's shallow over there. rainbows! Double rainbow! Do y'all remember that song? Or is that too old now? Yeah, all the way across the sky. Exactly. Thank you. Somebody knows. Alright. Stop! It keeps acting like I've hit something. And I haven't. Like, I'm clearly in the middle of the water. But like, this? See? I think that's a glitch. I think that's a glitch. I am not, in fact, sailing over an entire... Jesus! I do fear, however. This is what I was saying earlier, about... yeah, yeah, there's your hard water, exactly. Like, I'm moving... Like, you can see, if I turn, like, it's immediately responsive. This rainbow's so pretty! I just think that something about the physics is not quite working as intended, so... Because, like, look how fast we're moving, right? We're not on sand. What is that noise? Why did it sound like arcing lightning? Hey look, there ain't land out there. I'm telling ya. Alright, this is straight downwind. Let's just get the heck out of here. Alright, that's under tension now. That's great. It's sunset. And somehow we've had very slow progress. That's alright though. Oh look, there's water in the ship. Well, now what was that? Oh, it's a whale. Oh, that's probably what some of those sounds were. It wasn't my ship breaking, it was just whales. Buckets on the table on the deck, thank you. It better be. There it is, okay. But yeah, we can reorganize our ship. That's fine. Far enough away from here, I'm not super concerned about sandbars anymore. Let's actually turn... no, this angle is actually pretty good. I actually don't mind this. Let's just lock into northeast here. Where's the king? There it is. And then what is this? From Gold Rock City? Yeah, I mean it's basically directly northeast. On the north side of northeast. Which is kind of like what we're doing right now, so I dig it. We're drifting just a smidge. And that's coming from this sail. Whoop! Which has jibed apparently. No biggie. But we're on our way. There's Gold Rock City. We fought so hard to get here, and now we are departing. Very sad. What's even sadder is that we're gonna pass, ideally, right by Mount Malefic on the way to Aestrin. And in so doing, pass right by the place that sells the really nice spyglass. But we will not have enough money to purchase it. So I think that we will have to go back to Mount Malefic. But let's be real. We're gonna need to make money in Aestrin anyway. So simply be a criminal. Obviously. Yeah, this is a nice course. I'm not fully gonna put the sails up yet, as still a little bit stormy. If we put all of the sails up now and start really going while the waves are like this, we could start plowing, which is when the bow of your ship, like, dives into waves faster than the waves are rolling out in front of you. Not great for the ship, slows you down, so we don't really want to be doing that anyway. We've got a long journey ahead of us. I think we will save the organization of the ship and everything for next week. Presuming that, of course, you still want to do this. Because, yeah, we've got a long way to go. There's really no rush. But let me see here. Also, I have an article to write on the Battle of Athens in Tennessee. Not actual Athens. And I need to get to writing that. Ruby is still streaming. Hypno... Wow, why? I guess Hypno is on the front page today. 4.2k viewers. Way to go, dude. Does anybody have friends who are streaming? While we vibe with this great darkness that is the sea. Really Longathon is doing reruns. Is anybody else playing Sailwind? I doubt it. Hey, it's me. Check that out. Do we still want to do this? Thank you for the poll, Shavil. Not raiding into there, that's for sure. So I guess, barring anyone having any other recommendations, we will raid Liz, who, as usual, is playing retro games. That is kind of her whole thing. So, but thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate you continuing to indulge my shipness. We're heading to Aestrin and everything that entails. And that's what we'll be working on, presumably for numerous weeks. So, say hi to Liz when you get over there. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. I didn't even ask you what you were all gonna do this weekend, so I hope you have a good one. And I will see you on Tuesday for something. I haven't quite decided yet. Presumably the Shadow of the Colossus intended percent I wanted to do. We'll see. But stay safe. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And I will see you later. Bye!